In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. Dear friends, we people are having the files, have created these files in our mind about the people we are interacting with, about the people with whom we meet frequently. My dear friends, even the people we don't meet frequently, but we have created a kind of profile, a kind of, you know, a kind of character of those people in a file which is saved in our mind. There are people about whom we have made a good opinion, we do have a good opinion, but there are people about whom we don't have a good opinion at all. We are of the view, maybe, that these people are, we may call them a crook, we may call them a cheater, we may call them as somebody who is a very self centered person, and there are people who are manipulators, exploiters, and so on. We too are having a kind of our file in the minds of the other people. Some of the people have good opinion about us, while another some of the people do not have a good opinion about us at all. So as far these files inside my mind, inside your mind are concerned, and some of the people about whom we don't have a good opinion at all, these files have become a kind of corrupt files or a kind of toxic files. So we people are found getting drawing a kind of toxicity, a kind of poison out of these. Every time we remember somebody is like opening their file in the mind. Once we do open the file of someone else in our mind, mean once we do remember about someone, then what does happen? Either we feel good or we don't feel good. Some of the people we want to get closer to them, while another some of the people we don't want to get closer to them. Rather, we do want to increase the kind of distance which already exists between us and them. My dear friends and fellows, some of the people are a kind of pleasant personality inside our mind, while another some of the people, these people are not the pleasant personalities at all inside our mind. Now the question arises that if at all someone else is a useless person inside our mind, or we think that I don't want to get closer to to those people, to this person, and we are not happy with the relationship we have formed with these people. Now the question is, can we benefit from these people at all, or this is something which is just a useless contact, just a useless relationship, or we want to get any sort of benefit, any sort of relationship, any sort of usage of this person. I think it depends upon our way of thinking. If at all we are thinking positively, if at all we are thinking creatively, definitely there are benefits which we can draw from these people. What kind of benefits can we draw from these people? I think first of all we need to neutralize ourselves about these people. Mean we don't have to become negative about those people at all. We do want to, we should become a kind of neutral person about those people. Stop having a kind of bad feeling, and this will be only possible once we do adopt the empathy, once we do empathize, once we do start thinking that if at all I were in his position, if at all I were in her position, I would have done the same, because the kind of circumstances he she was born in, the kind of circumstances he she was raised, I think this is the natural and the automatic outcome of that all those circumstances, my dear friends and fellows. This is what we need to think about. One thing is the circumstances, and the other thing is the kind of physiology, the kind of psychology a person was born with, a baby was born with. The combination of the two of these things actually form the habits of a person. If at all you like their habits, it is also because of the kind of person they were born and the kind of circumstances they had undergone. And even if you don't like about someone else, it is again because of the kind of person they was born in and the kind of circumstances they had to face. My dear friends and fellows, I think we need to become a kind of neutral person about those people, and becoming a neutral person will is only possible once we do start empathizing. My dear friends, we can learn from those people a lot. We can even learn from their mistakes as well. We can learn we can learn from their good habits, from their good attitudes, from their good characteristics. We should try to adopt whatever good is there inside them. At the same time, if at all a habit of theirs is not a good one at all, if at all an attitude of theirs is not a good one at all, if at all any trait of their personality, any sort of character, any sort of attitude they are having, if we don't like that, I think we should look upon ourselves. If at all we are having a kind of habit like that one, if at all we are having a kind of attitude like that one, I think we should try to remove it as soon as possible. And I think so, if at all we are not having a bad habit like that one, we should be thankful and grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we should also be grateful to our parents as well, because our parents actually they worked very hard to make us a good human being. They try to train us, and it is because of the training, and it is because of the circumstances, it is because of the kind of person we were born it. I think all of the combination of all these things makes us the kind of person we are today. And I think so, we should be we should learn from their good habits. We should try to adopt their good habits, and we should also try to eradicate the kind of bad habits the people are having inside them, the kind of bad attitude the people are having. We should try to find whether if any of those bad habits, if any of those bad attitudes is there inside us. Then, my dear friends and fellows in Pakistan and abroad, still there is another thing. That another thing is, there is no need to get closer to those people at all, but at least we can find the good friends through those people. We can get our introduction with another some of the people we might become closer to those people, we might start learning from those people as well. So this is always good. If at all we are having a contact with one person, if at all we are found meeting with one person, it is always good and always useful. I think we should keep enhancing our contacts. We should keep enhancing and developing the kind of relationship we are having with the people. And we should the bigger the network of our relationship is, the better it is for us actually. We become more capable person, we become more capable person, we become a stronger person, and we become a more learned person. That is actually an opportunity to improve our attitude, which must be given a kind of priority. My dear friends and fellows, this is all might seem this all of this might seem complicated and difficult. As a matter of fact, it is not. It is simple. But if at all we do think that this is something complicated, it will become complicated. But if at all we do think that this is simple and I can do that, let me assure you that it will become simple on the one hand, and we will be able to do that on the other hand. Thank you very much.